Good to have you with us on BBC World News. Let's just update that top story for you. Israel's President Shimon Peres has lent his support to a rally against ultra-Orthodox Jews. Protests by Jewish extremists in favour of gender segregation have turned violent recently. Well, let's stay with that story. Rabbi Gershon Finesilver lives in Beit Shemesh, where women are facing abuse and harassment from ultra-Orthodox men. I asked him what residents make of the protests and counter-protests in their town.
Well, to be honest, in the areas concerned, it's quite exciting for some people because there's not too much that goes on in Beit Shemesh usually. There are no cinemas or bowling or anything like that. So it's quite exciting, but I would say that the vast majority of Beit Shemesh is not really affected by it.
Shimon Peres, I'm sure you've heard what he said. This evening's protest, he says, is about saving the majority from a tiny minority which gnaws at the foundations of democracy. There is a national debate being thrashed out in your town, isn't there?
I think you're right. Me personally, I live in a part of Ramat Beit Shemesh, or Beit Shemesh, which is very orthodox, but I'd say that hardly anyone there can relate to these extremists. If I can sort of put it in one way, it's a bit like football hooligans. Most people in Britain, they like to go and watch a good football match, and it's just a question of a very, very small minority ruining it for the majority.
It sounds as if you wouldn't define yourself as ultra-Orthodox. How do you see this playing out? How is it going to end?
That's a good question. At the moment, I'm not particularly sure. I think what it's going to take is hopefully some of the leading rabbis to take a stance on this. As I hope that they will. I think really, if I could put it another way, I think the crux is that people need to kind of respect other people's views, and I think that hopefully that will happen.
Rabbi Gershon Finesilver there.